Hey everyone, it's Dr. H, your friendly wargame guy at the Air Command and Staff College. I'd like to spend a minute and talk about the Next War I Ran spins for you. Now, the Next War I Ran takes place on a pretty big operational map, but also includes a strategic display. The strategic display covers two ocean zones, right? The Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. And then the Gulf of Oman is attached to the Arabian Sea, which is attached to Diego Garcia. So, right, you can have force if you're the Allies, particularly. I mean, I don't think the Iranians are going to invade Diego. You can move forces based in Diego Garcia up into this area, but it's a long way, right? You have to go, excuse me, from Diego over to the Indian Ocean box. Sorry, not the Arabian Sea, the Indian Ocean box, and then to the Gulf of Oman. Right, so that's already 2 steps. You know, if you want to make it all the way over, three to turn to the Persian Gulf, 4 to fly to there. So it's pretty far, but that's okay. Just so you're aware of it, right? Naval units can be in the Indian Ocean and move. They want to move onto the main map, they move onto the Gulf of Oman or the Persian Gulf, and then into the Persian Gulf, right around the strait itself. Now, a special part of this game is going to be the patrol boats. These represent Iranian boats, small Iranian boats on the track. They influence the inshore boxes of the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. You know, there's 2 tracks, one for the Gulf of Oman, one for the Persian Gulf. And sometimes you'll have reserve patrol boats that you can assign on these tracks. So the position on the track, right, is going to affect sea control. If you're trying to move into an area where there are patrol boats, the patrol boat track is 0. It's going to be contested movement. And then you'll notice that there's a number assigned to them, right? 1 or 2 in addition to the letter. That is the value of the patrol boats in naval combat. So the patrol boats can produce naval combat, again, against the inshore boxes. They affect sea control, and they affect contested movement into the inshore boxes, right? So that gives the Iranian player a lot of forces that influence these inshore boxes. We look down here, right? We can see there are a lot of holding boxes representing the Gulf allies. Those holding boxes are a hilla distance away from certain places. So, for example, if you are in Qatar, right, you are a hilla lift distance away from the inshore box, and then these 2 island land areas. These 2 island land areas are places you might go and stage in an intermediate way if you wanted to seize them. You'll note that they have the special red installations. Those are oil installations. What role they play in our game is going to be sort of white-celled. If you have objectives related to that, go blow them up. If you have objectives related to defending them, prevent them from being blown up. Right, they count for victory points in the regular game. Since we're not playing with victory points, we're going to be doing things differently. You'll notice the islands have parachute markers, so you can paradrop onto them if you so desire. And you'll notice that the islands themselves are also air movable distance away from the operational map itself too. So if we come over to the operational map a little bit, you'll see some hexes at the edge of the map are marked as supply markers. They are supply hexes for the Iranians. They count as such. So they count as urban hexes. And then, skimming up past the basic data track. Another special unit to consider is always going to be surface missiles, right? So naval attack missiles. They are missiles that can be used similarly to cruise missiles on the Pacific. They can make naval movement contested. They can influence sea control by spending the points. You also get markers that have an unrevealed side and sort of like this. And then on the flip side, it'll either say dummy or it'll be a real one. If you want to use it to attack naval vessels, you have to reveal a real one and then conduct a naval 2 strike with that unit. Otherwise, they stay unrevealed, right? So it's possible to play a shell game where you have a bunch of dummy markers and the allied player, right, keeps blowing up dummies or something. So it's not easy to tell immediately. It's a little bit of hidden information about exactly whether that's a real or a dummy in a particular place. You only have to reveal dummies to conduct an actual strike. Correction, you only have to reveal a real one to conduct an actual strike. Now, also keep in mind offboard movement, right? The Iranians do have these sort of offboard areas, land areas that represent moving around in Iran. They're along map edges, so if you exit off of one map edge, you can exit into the holding box, and then use movement next phase to come around on anything in here, or move from land area, or move sort of from land area to land area, right, as part of your movement. It takes one movement section to move from one land area to another land area. But for example, you could exit off of this map edge into this holding box, then next move, come around to this one, move after that, come around to this one, and then exit this holding box alongside this map edge, right? Probably on a route, because you probably want the movement value. So that's how you can move around if you're Iran, right? You can move in the interior of Iran. It's through these holding boxes that will help you as the Iranian player, keep forces around and move them around if you so desire, rather than trying to trudge all the way across the map, which might take a minute. So, anyway, Iranian holding boxes, the SSMs, the patrol boats, the strat display, the special islands. That pretty well covers it, I think, in terms of special scenario rules and spins for the Persian Gulf. So, go you therefore and control the Strait of Hormuz, whichever side you're on. See you in the next one.